When did you lose yours? Don't give it away to just anyone. Wait for the right person. Your first time should be special. Virginity is a social construct. There are so many things wrong with how we talk about our first sexual experiences. Allow me to elaborate. When did you lose yours? Virginity is a concept. It is a belief, an idea, built and upheld by us collectively. And that's evident when you think about what you lost when you first had consensual sex. What did you lose? What changed? Nothing. Nada. Zilch. To quote writer Sky Jordan, virginity is treated as a commodity that can be lost. So, according to this concept, when a woman has sex, she loses value. Nah. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. And you might think, well, that's just semantics. Like, let's just switch out the word lost with something else. But words matter, and here's why they matter. Wait for the right person. Just a bunch of words. A bunch of words young girls usually hear. Why is it usually young girls that hear this? Because societally, we like to reinforce the entirely bullshit notion that sex and sexuality is something people with vaginas should withhold, only giving it to people worthy of it. Whatever the fuck it is. In doing so, we're telling people with vaginas that their worth is intrinsically linked to their sexual activity, both the presence of their sexual activity and the absence of their sexual activity. This belief system plays a pivotal role in upholding, drumroll please, slut shaming! Slut shaming, yet again, rears its ugly fucking head. Boys, however, aren't taught that at all. Not at all. Not even a tiny bit. Not a little bit. Not one bit. Insert Chimamanda Adichie quote here. We teach girls that they cannot be sexual beings in the same way that boys are. Mic drop. Long story short, conflating morality and sexuality has no place in 2020. And I'm going to hit you with another quote, this time by author Jessica Valenti. We're moral because of what we do. Our intelligence, our kindness, our compassion. Our moral compass doesn't lie between our legs. Last time I checked, it did not. Next point. So often, when we're talking about virginity, we're talking about penis in vagina sex. In limiting our definition of what it means and looks like to have sex for the first time, we're erasing countless other experiences that aren't specifically penis in vagina. So then if sex in the context of losing it isn't referring specifically to vaginal penetration with a dick, what is sex? What is it? I thought that was it. What is it? I hear you say, what the fuck is it? Brilliant question. So glad you asked. The heteronormative understanding of sex is penis in vagina. But the brilliant news is that you define what sex looks like and feels like to you. Yes, you. Penetration, fellatio, cunnilingus, anal, manual stimulation, kissing, cuddling, the possibilities are endless. It's important to acknowledge and to embrace the fact that sex can have many meanings and take on many forms, because doing so prevents the erasure of LGBTQIA experiences. It's also worth ruminating on the fact that the people who benefit most from our heteronormative understanding of sex is, another drum roll please, straight men! Crowd boos. I've spoken about the top tier erogenous zone that is the clitoris in a previous Sex Talks video, but it's worth bringing up here again. Most people with vaginas orgasm through clitoral stimulation, not through penetration. But when we treat penis in vagina sex as the version of sex that counts, as the main event, we're telling people that derive pleasure in other ways, in other areas, that their pleasure isn't as important and isn't as valid. That their pleasure is not part of the main event. Nah. What can we do? How can we dismantle this? Thankfully, combating and dismantling this is incredibly easy. Firstly, be mindful of the language you use and how that plays into heteronormativity. Secondly, delve deeper into the concepts you've been sold and question their validity. Interrogate those fuckers. You know, what I believe, both consciously and subconsciously, will be different to what you believe or have believed. And it's important to question those things, to not just accept things on face value, and to just sit back and go, oh, fuck yeah, never thought of that, gonna make a conscious effort to change it. You know, when I was younger, I was definitely taught lots of things about virginity that I now think are complete bullshit. Number one being the concept of the thing. And I am certain that during my lifetime I've said to someone, so when did you lose your virginity? When did it happen? What did it look like? Who was it with? And I've placed an importance on the who's, the what's, the why, the whens, when the only thing that is of real importance is the fact that the experience was consensual. You wanted it. That's it. What you choose to layer upon that consent, you know, if you've got certain criteria you want someone to meet, or certain conditions you want your first sexual experience to meet, that's fine. No one is saying that you're not allowed those things. No one is saying that you aren't allowed to dictate exactly why, when, who, what, how. Of course you can. The important thing is that we don't hold other people to the standards we set ourselves when it comes to sex and sexuality, because it's useless and it's actively harmful. The single most important part of any first sexual experience, and any sexual experience beyond the first time, is that it's consensual. Be communicative, be respectful, and have a fucking great time.